Testing, can I hear myself? Okay. John, how you doing?
Already hopping the call?
Yeah,
I'll have you later.
I'll see you.
Hey, how are you? My bad. I just realized most of the name. Oh, really? It's really funny. It's like word of the week.
Okay, so looking at current section, anyone,
Hey guys, if you're just joining the call, Chris is actually not online, but in the comment chat here, there's a link to actually join this call. I think you guys are all watching right now as viewers rather than participating in the call. Hey, there we are. We have people joining now, actually. Let's see, it looks like William and Cameron have joined the call. And then we have other viewers. I'm gonna ping Chris and see if we can get him online. Apologies for not starting quite on time, but and then let's see if we can get Chris online. All right, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to track Chris down, but if you'll be patient, give me a few more minutes as we try to do that, and if we're unable to do it, then we'll just cancel the call and reconvene another time. I'm curious, actually, for those of you who are on the call, would you tell me a little bit about what drew you to this call?
I'll start. I'm a product manager at OpenGov, which is it's kind of like a B2B, except our clients are governments. So I think the focus of this call is going to be growing a consumer product, but I was interested in seeing if there's any parallels between growth for enterprise, for a startup that has enterprise clients versus a more consumer-oriented one.
Okay. Good to meet you, William. Thanks for joining.
Nice to meet you, too. Thanks for organizing this.
Yeah, I guess I'll say just briefly who I am, real quick. My name is David Kim, and I work with the local community called Product Management Fast Track, primarily Bay Area based, although we have product managers from actually across the country who sort of join in or participate in some form or fashion. And we usually have in-person gatherings, meetup events to actually learn, but I thought that it would be cool to try this via Hangout so that we don't have to deal with having to gather people in one room and would allow more people to participate. So it's an experiment of sorts. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I look forward to hearing more events in the future.
Cool.
Well, I can jump in too. This is Cameron. Cameron Booth. I'm a product manager, newly a product manager out of engineering at a company called Rafter. We do course materials management. We basically manage textbooks on campuses for schools, and Yeah, I partly was drawn to this just because actually the Hangout approach is simpler than getting up to the city for meetups for me. So I'm curious to see what we can do in a Hangout. But just of course, trying to absorb everything product management these days.
Okay. Good to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.
Okay, so I just heard back from I just heard back from Chris, and he said that he forgot to put this on his calendar. I guess that's part of the challenge of the Hangout. It's with busy people. They always have calendar issues. He's going to try to hop in shortly. He's wrapping up his meeting right now, so I asked him if he could jump on and field questions from 1:15 to about 1:35. So if you guys want to stay online and just sort of chill for a few minutes, I think we'll have Chris, and then it'll be a little bit of a truncated session, less of a presentation and more of a Q&A, I think, given the time crunch. Yeah. I can give a little bit of an intro about Chris. Do you guys all know who Chris is? So Chris, I know Chris because Chris built it's an email newsletter, primarily product, but it's a consumer-facing product called Startup Digest, which many people in the Bay Area and then around the world know. He grew that community, that readership from pretty much nothing, obviously in the beginning, to now I think there are about 500,000 readers around the world that subscribe to this newsletter. That product was subsequently bought by Startup Weekend, which may or may not be a product that people are familiar with, but it's a very community-driven product, which is interesting in its angle. If you look at the buckets of how you grow a product, you can have kind of large buckets of, say, buying it, paid acquisition. You can build it like a sales team, primarily for enterprise products, or you can kind of partner. And I think in Chris's case, he rather than paid acquisition, it's sort of like mission-driven, getting volunteers to join the cause and through the word of mouth spread the product. And currently he's with, let's see. Yeah, so I'm very sorry, guys. I've had to cancel. Chris is just saying he's double booked and is unable to actually join the call. So I think we're going to have to cancel this call. Unless there are questions that I can help answer, but obviously you guys called in to ask Chris questions, so really very sorry, but we'll just have to cancel this call.
Okay. Look forward to the next meeting.
Okay.
Yeah, likewise. Thanks.
Thanks for your time. My apologies. Take care, guys.
Take care.